I usually do my selfie stick interviews in Rockefeller Center, but today, this morning, it is like 9 a.m. and we're doing this in Times Square. Why? Well, Mary Chandrahasan, who's sitting right here next to me, she's an architect, she's got her own design firm, and she has an exciting new app called LABYL. What does LABYL stand for?
So LABYL stands for Learn About Buildings You Love, and I'm glad you find it so interesting.
Well, the thing is that I was just in Paris not too long ago, and the beautiful thing about that city is that everything is at eye level. But in New York, if you actually want to experience a building or if you want to see some of that beauty, you have to look up. You have to look way up. So what is your app allowing me to do once I do actually look all the way up?
So the app has a couple of features. You can, it's an app to explore architecture in the city. So you can take a picture of a building with your phone, and it'll bring up all the information on the building. It'll give you links to other information on the building, or you could just check out buildings that are around you, and it'll give you options as to various interesting buildings in the city based on where you're located.
Or even the architect that designed it.
Right, it'll tell you about the architect, the style of architecture, a little bit about the history, and then it could direct you to other information for the building.
All right, so for example, you just took a picture of this building which sits in front of us. I'm going to flip it around so you can see the building I'm talking about. We're talking about, this is the building where the ball drops at New Year's, right?
Right.
And so you took a picture of it, and then you get this like Jason Bourne type readout of what exactly you're looking at.
Right, so yes, you can take a picture and it'll give you that information, or you could, if you're just in Times Square for instance and you want to know what is the architecture or who are the architects who built these buildings, or what is the style of architecture of the buildings around you, then that's an option too. You could just check out buildings around you and go from there, exploring different buildings.
So my boyfriend and I are a little bit of a wonk. And so he looked at some columns the other day and he's like, are those Byzantine or are those Hellenic? I don't know. But eventually your app is going to be able to get that granular, right? And being able to tell you about the origins of architecture.
Right, so that's what we hope to do. We currently have a beta version and we're testing it out to see how it works and to get feedback from people as to what are the features that they'd like that we can include to make it more user-friendly. But eventually, yes, next step is to put in more information to be able to find buildings based on the style of architecture or the architect, like we were talking about, and to just give you a lot more information, and eventually to be able to crowdsource it so that everybody can enter information about a building. We'd obviously curate the information before it goes out, but that way we can collect more information on a lot more buildings in the city.
So how did you, I mean, that's kind of like the way Wikipedia is, right? Everything is user-generated, but somebody ultimately is the vetter of the information that goes out there. How'd you come up with this idea? It's LABYL, by the way. LABYL is the name of the app.
Right. So my partner and I have an architecture practice, and we are architects, and we've worked in this profession for about 15 years. And you know, living and working in New York City, you're surrounded by buildings, and we're always looking at buildings, wondering who put up this building or what is in this building. And it just made us think of having an app that made architecture accessible to everybody, so that any person who's either visiting the city or an architecture enthusiast can have immediate access to architecture around them and be more interested in it.
Okay, so if anyone wants to find this, it's LABYL. It's in beta version, and it's only available for download for iPhones right now, right?
iPhones, that's right.
But you're eventually going to have availability for the Droid, and when is that going to come to market?
Well, we hope to have it out in a couple of weeks, so maybe by September, hopefully.
And you've got like 2 dedicated people that are generating all the photos, generating all the legends, generating all the copy, and you're going to probably put that on steroids too.
Yes, hopefully. Yes, very soon. We hope to have more people documenting and updating information, and once we crowdsource, hopefully we'd have a bigger database of buildings that we can work out for.
Okay, we are in Times Square. This is Mary Chandrahasan, who is partner and owner of
NDNY.
NDNY is our architecture firm. You're doing all kinds of cool things for people that have architectural needs in New York City. We are in Times Square. It is 9 o'clock on a Tuesday. Have a great day.